Okay, I think it would be stupid to go through here. What happens if I interact with this thing here? Oh no! Ah. Damn it! I just can't resist touching things. Oh no, oh poor corrupted servitor. I don't want them to die. I wanted to go here so we could all attack together. Sadness. Oh gosh. I never used my Navigator skills here. This will be a messy fight. Argenta, come on. Come on, frontline. Gosh, so many enemies. Yeah. Not good, not good, not good. You serve me. The voice of command I will still use on one of the guys here, so they can attack. Here you go. And then break the ranks. Why can't I use that on you? What a helpful error. The target is under the effect or condition. I don't tell you which one, but it is. Sucks to be you. Well, I guess not. Here you go. Let's make this kill zone. And Cassia. Okay. That will just kill our allies. On the other hand, it says just like 4 to 5 damage for our allies. And way more damage for the rest. Let's hope it's correct. Yeah. And yeah, the camera is still funky. But it seemed to be accurate. Nice. Good job, Cassia. 10 out of 10 would kill again. Let's put up here our ranged people. Zone. And here our defensive one. Alright, Heinrix. Now we can't attack you, but we can attack you. Hey friend. Let's make me buff. Gotta work on those apps. An opening. Make you my sworn enemy as well. Now I seriously don't like you. And here we go. I mean, compared to last time, I think this build is way nicer and more fun to play than the strategist I played. Or not strategist, I don't know how it was called. The thing with the versatility. Nice. Ooh, deep analysis. Ouch. Oh no. Help. Oh, yikes. I mean... Oh no, I don't have cover. I just wanted to say, I even have cover, but... that would have been a lie. I think we need to go here and then take care of them. Oh no, Argenta. Let's pray. Hi. those hit chances are not too nice. Could use it together with rapid fire. Let's start with claim the bounty. Come on. No. That was a no. Let's try the burst fire now. Let's see. Excuse me? But hey, that was pretty successful. Maybe I should be more open to do that. Revel in slaughter. How often can I attack with this one? Would be 5 attacks. Ah, come on. Why not? 8 chance is not too great. Is it just... Let's try it. Oh, come on. Argenta. Ayuma, you already my prey. Okay. Come on, Heinrix, survive. Ah, the Sanguine's Siphon already saved his life. That's good. Good thing we have it. Just you 2. Feels kind of like a waste to use a ranged attack on you. But hey. Like this. Come on, Cassia. Neat. And let's boost Heinrix, I guess. Ah, Argenta. Now we're going to go back to the other weapon, I think. How we do this? I think this is actually dealing more damage, isn't it? But this is like 18 to 25. This is 6 times 10 to 15. Should be cooler. Well, was okay. Cover. Okay, Abelard, I think you're a little late to the party. Let's just try to move as fast as we can.
A tactically sound approach.
Okay. But I mean, we can still shoot, so here. Wall of Rockreed. Yeah, we can give Heinrix some temporary hit points. Now they don't stack. Oh well. We tried. Sorry, Heinrix. Why don't they attack the Magos? No one attacked him. Okay, with Pasqal, I think I will just go here. Because it feels like no one is attacking him. There we go. Death Whisper. That's just like melee. Well, we can also shoot, so here we go. Nice.
High momentum.
Okay, I don't know if Cassia can actually reach this one, but I could also just... I think I'm going to give Pasqal the extra turn, so we can just kill this guy here. Yes. Go. More exploits, even though I don't think we need them. That costs 2 to shoot. Wow, damn it, that was stupid. That was pretty stupid. Well, the more you know. But we can give an extra turn to Cassia. Come on. Let's just boost Heinrix. And extra turn. Let's finish this guy first. Nice. 90 damage. Ever so slightly over the top. And I can't reach him. Do we have other enemies left? Ah, there's another one. I can see you, I can't. Can I see you like this? Disappointed. Well, Argenta, here you go. Nice. Come on. Let's try it again. Come on, hits! Yes! Okay. Ha! I try to shoot him from here. I don't think this is going to work, but it would be cool if it did. If I hit, he dies. Come on! No, of course I don't hit. Edward. Maybe first let's heal ourselves. You know, just in case. There might be a fight. And then I want to charge, I want to attack normally. Those are 3. And aiming for the opening would be nice, but that means I can make myself buff. Aim for the opening. Alright, it's too close. Yeah, go. Cool. And another. And one more. Not enough, but close. Come on. Yes. Killed by attack of opportunity. Very satisfying. I don't think I can hit you from here, but I can hit Lotus Heretic. One more of those. Come on, be my prey. My hit-to-hit chance is so bad. Come on. Oh. We take it. Ooh, here we go. 90% chance to hit. Nope. My servitors are not working anymore. I don't like that. Ah. Okay. If I go here, I can see you. If I can see you, you die. Maybe Argenta first. Yeah, come on. 90% chance. No. Okay. Oh, there's another one. Yeah, will work out. Also, weather could happen. Yeah? Neat. Let's press the advantage. Because, I mean, 56 was pretty nice. 56 times plus 4% damage. That's like plus over 200. 225. 24. Yeah, here we go. Meat. Not really sure why I can attack again, but I take it. Let's just do the same thing again, right? I can't do it more than once a turn. Come on. And once more. I think awarding the extra turn removed that limit of actions or something like that, right? Something like that. Okay, we just have you, so we all need to move. Move off the weapon. Oh, that's such a long distance to charge. I don't really get why the corrupted servitors are on our side, but I mean, we kind of fixed them, I guess. Seriously, dude. Why don't you just come closer? Can't even do anything against them. The Emperor's voice.
Let's see it.
Let's rush. Oh well. We're just walking. He has very good cover, but I mean, he also can't do anything. Come on, my servitor army. Okay, Cassia. Ha! I can see you. Press the advantage. And then let my wrath rain down on you. Weird, this turn we can't do the thing with multiple attacks. Well. Here we go, and then we can attack our ranged weapon. Ha! Ah, come on. Come on. And bonk all the way. And we'll do this 3 more times. Whew, what a fight! And I mean, we killed some of the servitors before the beginning of the fight, so oh boy. The nice thing is, I just saw if you use Invigorate on a fully healed character or fully heal them, you can use it to clear the injuries. I think no one else has injuries. I can't really understand what you're saying, Pasqal, but okay. Oh. Nice, some loot. Ooh, a dying tech priest. That means he's still alive. That's good. This pile of human remains, carelessly tossed together, emits a suffocating stench. The torn, gutted bodies once belonged to tech priests, but you cannot spot even a glint of metal anywhere. All their implants are gone. Suddenly, one of the ravaged bodies makes the tiniest movement. The tortured man's lips move ever so slightly, his half-closed eyelids twitching. Very choral, churchy music. And we approach the still breathing man. I mean, if he was killed by the heretics, probably he's a good one, I hope. The man can barely breathe without his respirator implants. It is a miracle he survived the horrific vivisection. Ugh. But it takes you a single look at the gaping wounds where the augment was ripped out to realize death is only a matter of time. As if having sensed your presence, the half-dead man looks at you and sharply inhales the hot air. Machine spirit, deliver me. The Benaric requiem coming from Pasqal's vox sounds solemn and grim. Upon hearing it, the man's mutilated face twists into a weak semblance of a smile. Poor guy. Who did this to you? My comrades. His voice is barely audible. It seems each word takes the man a great deal of effort. Machine spirit, has the Omnisci truly abandoned us? Kiava Gamma has fallen into the maw of the eternal enemy. The holy Magi, they succumbed to heresy. The rest were stripped of their true flesh to feed the heresy. Preserve us, deliver me from erring. He's quite talkative for someone who's just dying and has to put great effort into a single word, I just want to point out. Sacrifice living blood from vessels of the true flesh, while their heart is still beating. Yikes. After that oblivion, his eyes grow glassy. I knew you would come. I've waited so very long. Deliver me from my torment. Yikes indeed. What a horrible fate, to be betrayed by one's own. I attest that 3 category requirements for signing the status of Martyr of the Faith have been met: opposition to the enemy, preservation of the adherence to dogma, and a brutal death. Requesting the right to extract the subject's organic matter for it to be used in the creation of an honorable service skull. Which sounds really horrible, but well, I guess that's something good for... well, something honorable for the Adeptus Mechanicus. The man, who's minutes from death, wheezes weakly. It is an honor. I am thankful for the right to serve. Picked Recorder Servo Skull. This Servo Skull is designed to spread the glory and splendor of its mighty owner. You cannot equip more than one familiar. Yikes, heretical. Delay the man's death by providing medical assistance. Yikes. And dogmatic would be to persuade him to survive? I mean, if it's an honor for him, I wouldn't go for the iconoclast, but actually... Pasqal, your request is granted. Even though it sounds horrible. Do what your weird religion does. Leaning over the dying man, Pasqal, in a decisive yet surprisingly respectful motion, cuts his throat. Wielding a long scalpel, it takes him mere moments to release the severable vertebrae from the hold of muscles and sinew and to cut the vertebrae, serving the head from the body. Items received. Big recorder servo scalp. Okay. Let your service continue, tech comrade. Okay. How do you equip a familiar? Oldest to newest? No. Newest to oldest. I don't hear. Ah, ew. It's both cute and completely horrible. Okay. The device, now evidently used to chop bodies into pieces, was once an ordinary cooling fan. Getting head, nice. I think that's a different kind, but yeah. Oh well. I don't know if it does anything, probably not. And now it's not around anymore. Do we have to activate it? Where did it go? Okay, bye head. That's not a projectile. We want a bolter. I'm not really sure if I want to advance or if I want to go up here. And since I can advance here and it seems like the main quest, we're going to go back here. Does that make sense? Not the kind of head I like. Me neither. I don't know. I wonder if I can hear the servitors with Invigorate. Yeah. Okay, I can, but I can't see their HP, so yeah. Let's see if there's anything of interest here. Yay, a trap. That doesn't sound good. Poisonous fumes being released or something. Well, what? Ah, that is here. Ah. Blood mixed with machine oil is barely visible on the dark floor. Who's the strongest? Like the most durable? Heinrix! Let's try to not touch the steam, I guess. Ah! It didn't even touch me! Did you see I was hurt before it touched me? Look at this mark. Someone was dragged... no. Someone walked in our direction very recently. We didn't meet anyone. Yikes. Invigorate. Getting steamed. Dark patches can be seen on the floor. And they are smudged. Will there someone walk through here? Even without boiling steam, Heinrix is already hot enough. Ooh, Lex Mechanic. Okay. The thing is, I think if I move Edward, the servitors will follow. Yeah. And I kind of don't want to get the servitors through the steam. Be quick save, and we let just Heinrix talk to this guy here. Hey, Lex Mechanic. A small, heavily augmented man in a filthy, tattered robe stands before you. As you approach, he hesitantly looks up at you, his eyes filled with horror. A portable inscriber with a keyboard hangs from straps at his front. You can see his detached cerebral cogitator peeking out from under his hood. Ew. Ah, we can still talk. That's nice. You have nothing to fear from us. Deus Mechanicus. The tech priest decides to take a better look at you, after which he lets out a ragged breath and manages to subdue his shaking. You heard my prayers. I thought I was alone in a kingdom of madness and depravity. Please, save me. Tell us who you are and what happened to you. I am Manufactorum Adeptus Mechanicus Zeta 86. I performed the rituals for the machine spirits of Foundry 95. Up until we started going mad. Priests devoted to the Omnissiah suddenly started praising the dawn or something else. They stopped the bells, and they desecrated the visages of the sacred machines with unholy symbols. Some of them resisted, the others grabbed them, tied them up, and then they turned their implants to heresy. I saw the Metnan, my former tech comrades, deliberately connect those poor souls to corrupt the cogitators. I watched as they were infected with the scrap code, and did nothing to stop them. I'm recording a violation of the commandment of thine own forge be true sentinel. Apostate Zeta 86. Your assessors are hereby revoked. Proceed with your report. Wow. I mean, how are you supposed, as a single tech priest, Pasqal, to stop the whole madness of a whole planet? The icy rumble coming from Pascal's box caused the Lex Mechanic to lower his head in fear and contrition. How did you manage to avoid the same fate? I didn't avoid it. They performed the same procedure on me. I felt the touch of unholy code. I allowed it to control me. I abandoned my sacred post and followed one of the traitors, serving his will and gathering all the data for his blasphemous experiments. I was driven by an unholy impulse coming from the depths of my auxiliary cogitator, where the code had lodged itself. Ah, that's why it's destroyed. That's how he survived, by destroying that cogitator. Before I found a way to throw off the compulsion, I witnessed horrifying heresy, the extraction of true flesh and its decomposition on altars, the vast procedures that resulted in heretical abominations. I even accompanied a fallen Magos to the fabricator censor himself and attended unholy mass he led personally. It was a wicked ritual, full of wilful deviations and blatant inaccuracies, all to create an ungodly monster in the name of the final dawn. I feel like we're going to fight this monster later. You don't act like the other priests who were infected with the corruption. The Lex Mechanic gestures to the wires and connectors spilling out from under his hood. Praise the Omnissiah, I managed to disconnect an external cogitator which I used for primary data processing. The machine is corrupted. The scrap code is locked inside it, like a beast in a cage, but anyone who tries to look inside will fall victim to a heretical program. I mean, that's kinda smart. My primitive brain has been marked by corruption. I still see their silhouettes. Hear their interference. I sent them malfunctions in my augmetics, but I was so safe from the great sacrifice. Oh, blessed are the workings of the Omnissiah and his benediction that shelters the weak from evil. So you're kinda like the most human tech priest we've met so far. Heinrix tenses ever so slightly at the Lex Mechanic's words. You see his hands casually straight to the handle of his weapon, but the interrogator's in no hurry to act. You mentioned a monster. Is that some kind of weapon? No. Not those constructs that are melted down in furnaces sent into the depths of the Manufactorum. It is some kind of semblance of a cogitator, a nightmarish parody of a sacred machine, powered not by the Omnissiah's grace, but by the unholy spirit and life force of the unfortunate imprisoned on the lower levels. I don't know much, except that the fabricator censor saw that machine spirit as special. It was special to him and to the crazies who defied the Omnissiah's abode with their obscene blasphemy. For the final ritual, he even called upon one of the Astartes heretics who arrived. Ooh. Astartes Chaos Space Marines. Who arrived at the Manufactorum after the start of the uprising. He did something terrible, and only after that were they able to switch the machine on. Demonic machinery. It is a true abomination. Even standing near it is unbearable. I believe that even those who have been deprived of the Omnissiah's grace still feel its influence on them. Its monstrous power utilized for unholy computations and chaotic calculations. Whatever that cogitator might spew out at the end of its cycle, no righteous soul should accept its heinous offering. You mentioned someone imprisoned on the lower levels. They lay servants of the main units. They live in isolated segments under the sacred machine halls. I heard they were locked in there after the takeover. Then my Christ brethren changed the system for disposing of slack waste and covered the machines in cursed symbols. The Lex Mechanic hesitates. After they started the cogitator, they dragged the survivors out of the segments under the machine halls. Well, what the survivors had turned into. What the hell are they doing? You demonstrate exceptional powers of observation and recall for someone who just happened to survive. I'm a Lex Mechanic. Gathering data is the purpose of my existence. That's even what they used me for. He trails off, belatedly understanding the subtext to the interrogator's words. They used me against my will. The scrap code turns everyone into their slaves. Before I rid myself of the cogitator, I was forced to serve alongside those who perpetrated those atrocities and witness their obscenities. And Edward turns to Heinrix. What do you make of it? The interrogator tilts his head. Servant of the Omnissiah, I must know more. About the final dawn, the fabricator sensor has mass, and about this machine as well. Yeah, the Imperium is unforgiving. Here's a quote for you. It was fury, it was death, hatred clad in steel, war bound in flesh. Before it's... it's so annoying that it's just on the main screen for such a small time. Hatred clad in steel, war bound in flesh. Before it we could do nothing, nothing but die. Lieutenant Honard of the 394th Moridian Iron Guard executed for cowardice after the loss of platoon concerning Chaos Space Marines. I could give you the coordinates, but... The Lex Mechanic drops his head. Even though I was present for many blasphemous committees by those heretics, for the details that were captured and processed by my true flesh and the augmatic that was corrupted by the scrap code, I'm convinced that if I hadn't fought off the foreign compulsion in time, I would have been doomed. The corruption would have been spread to my biological cogitate as well. The Lex Mechanic taps a finger on the device hanging from his ear on several wires. I swear that no devout tech priest should come into contact with what's hidden in that one sacred device. Heinrich's expression shifts as he stares intently at the disconnected implant and the still intact connectors protruding from under the Lex Mechanic's collar. The corner of his mouth twitches involuntarily. Heinrix, you're not suggesting that he connects this again. Abelard notices the look on Heinrich's face, and once he does, he sighs heavily and looks away. So, can the cogitator be disconnected and reconnected to another machine? The Lex Mechanic shakes his head in reproach. Even the very idea of exposing a holy machine to the scrap code wasn't profane in itself. Magmatics are not universally compatible. They cannot be connected to another machine spirit. They were created to interact with the system of my true flesh. To innovate my compulsor unit and output data via the inscriber. Once I'm safe, I swear that I will immediately perform a cleansing rite and destroy... In other words, there's not only one way to extract the data stored in the cogitator. I mean, we are exploring this factory anyway, so no need to do something so cruel. Heinrix, no, don't do it. Heinrich's voice turns dry. The Lex Mechanic could have been privy to conversations that are vital to investigating the cults. We need the contents of that cogitator. The Lex Mechanic, who has been listening to your discussion in puzzlement, finally understands what is going to happen to him, and he begins to back away in fear. No, anything but that. I'll die. No, it'll be worse than that. I succumb to the corruption. I'm begging you, please. I'd rather be burned as a heretic than have the scrap code in my biological cogitator. These words, Heinrix pauses for a fraction of a second, almost as if he's reconsidering. So far, at a few points, it seemed like... I mean, Heinrix knows his duty, and he does his duty, but it seems like he would like to be more compassionate, but just accept that he can't be in his position as Inquisitor. Falling to offer any assistance... Wrong. And failing to offer any resistance Against the enemies of the Omnissiah, Unit Zeta 86 lost the grace of his machine rank and was recategorized as a resource of the Manufactorum. The defilement and torment of said resource, if commitment to advance the struggle against heresy, will not be deemed an apostasy or malefaction against a living soul. That's also pretty cruel. Pasqal. Upon expiry of the unit's utility, disposal is recommended. They basically degraded him to just an item. Heinrix, stop. The leaders of the cult would never discuss anything of importance in front of witnesses. Leave the poor man alone. We need to know where the cogitator is. Even if the heretics' conversations are unimportant, I know why the machine was so valuable to them. I tell you! The ex-mechanic rummages in his erect clothes until he produces a scrap of parchment. A different dogmatic is responsible for my muscle memory. It has data stored too. I remember where I walked and what I pressed with my fingers. Here are the coordinates, and the code. It's probably the code to the bay. He scratches out the numbers with his fingernail and passes the parchment to Heinrix. Heinrix's eyes bore into the smaller man's. At last, having reached some conclusion, he turns to you. He is the subject of your world, Edward. Wait, wrong voice. He is the subject of your world, Edward. It is for you to decide his fate. I mean, if the corruption is only on the cogitator, it might not be beyond saving. He will be taken to my ship. After the cleansing rites, a place will be found for him there, somewhere. Hey, we could save at least one person here. The Lex mechanic is given the shuttle coordinates and hurries away. Heinrix watches him go, and then looks at you. Excessive kindness, Edward, gets good people into trouble. Let's hope that the corruption only affected the disconnected Umatic and not his soul. Come on, we need to find this cogitator. Oh well. Not all kindness is excessive. Come on, go away, scene. Huh? Ah. You hooked him up to the machine, Alistair? Oh no. Oh no. You're so dogmatic. Okay, down we go. Yeah, let's skip. Skip! Okay, usually you can skip like scenes, but this one you can't. Like how they're walking in complete perfect sync. Oh well. Dum dum. Let's go here. Let's see what kind of monsters we're fighting. Here we are. I wonder how many more enemies we encounter. Ooh, and there are more servitors. Hey, a button to touch. The cogitator's panel has dozens of breakers, buttons, handles, switches, and other control mechanisms. View the log. You discover the local data crypt with contents collected by either previous operators or the machine spirit itself. Using your access, you study the archive stored on this cogitator. Supply protocol. At first glance, the records look like a typical shipping report, but after further reading, it becomes apparent the focus there is not ore or assembly parts, but augments extracted from living tech priest and spent mass. Flesh of the victims killed either during or for the sake of machine rituals. Charming. Review the production protocol. The log looks damaged. The lines are uneven, and some of the values seem impossible. After a few minutes of studying the records, you feel your head beginning to swim. The stored data can only be comprehended by a twisted mind touched by chaos corruption. Well, good thing we can't understand it, I guess. Review the Ascension Protocol. This record looks like a sermon of some mad chaos worshipper. The log, clearly written from someone else's words, mentions the heart that exudes virtue, and the cradle that rocks the child of truth. I'm just wondering if we should loot here first. Maybe. Power mode doesn't seem powerful. Power sword. I was just like thinking maybe there's something interesting, but I think it's just regular stuff. So onwards.
Pay attention.
Excuse me. Is that thing firing at us? Oh gosh. Everywhere are traps. How are people working here if there's everything trapped? Nice.